Hey guys, excuse the ratchety hair. I haven't really done anything with my hair this morning. But today I'm going to go over the Netherlands, just a review of my Yum box from Universal Yums. This is probably going to be brief. We'll just start going down my list. The first was the Stroopwafels. Let me open this up. The caramel Stroopwafels, I'm sure that I'm mispronouncing it, but those to me tasted like the caramel cookie bars that Little Debbie puts out. So if you love those, you will actually absolutely love these. These were obviously by far my favorite item in the box. I love anything caramel. Secondly was the potato chips. There was an option between sour cream and onion, salt and pepper, cheese and onion. The one that I ended up getting was cheese and onion. If I went to a store and bought chips, hands down I would pick Doritos. Those are the only ones that I really are like, ooh, I really want those. These were okay. If I was gonna go choose some chips, they would not be ones that I would choose. So take that however you want to take it. I would not say that these were bad. They just weren't something that I would choose to get in the future if I were picking chips. But they weren't bad. Next were the Dutch candy cars. The one that was strawberry, blackberry, black currant and cherry. Those were actually really, really good. I love gummy bears. I love anything gummy candy wise. Obviously there were 3 flavors. My least favorite were the black currant ones, and then the cherry one was second, but my favorite one was strawberry. And honestly, in the whole bag, there was probably, I would say roughly about 8 to 10 gummies in the bag. I think 7 of them were strawberry. The rest, I think there was 2 cherry ones and one black currant one. So the bulk of them were the strawberry ones, which were actually really, really good. Next was the sour watermelon candies. And I told you the outside kind of reminded me of Warheads. Well, these were actually had a really, really good flavor. They weren't really sour at all to me. And then after a while, they got kind of chewy. So they weren't like a Jolly Ranchers or anything like that. But I actually kind of liked them. Like I said, they weren't really sour in my opinion. The next one was the aged Gouda cheese crisp. And those remind me a lot of Cheez-Its. I mean, hands down. The shape of them and the texture weren't the same as the Cheez-Its, but the taste was just like Cheez-Its. So I wouldn't say that those are bad, especially if you like Cheez-Its. They were really good. Next was the soft licorice and fruit gummies. I attempted to eat one whole, and let's just say I was barely able to eat it whole. I despise licorice. Licorice is like the devil, and it was terrible. It took all I had to finish the first one. So from that point on, I did eat the rest, but I bit off the end that was the fruit end, and I threw the licorice end away. I can't do licorice. Even mixing them together, it was horrendously awful. Next was the sour violet candies. This one, I couldn't get into them. It wasn't that they were bad, but they were a very light flavor. It did not taste any way towards floral. Overall, it was just a really good hard candy. If you like popping a piece of hard candy like peppermint in your mouth, this is one of the go-tos. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of the little cherry Ludens throat drops that you can get. They're not really like cough drops, but they're like to help relieve sore throats. And they're the Ludens brand, L-U-D-E-N. These reminded me a lot of those. That's the flavor and the taste that I gathered from them. And I mean, it's definitely not something I would go in the store and buy and just eat. And then lastly was the chocolate covered Kruidnoten cookies. Those were actually very good. A few boxes back, I had gotten the Kruidnoten cookies, and I may be pronouncing those wrong, and they were like little ginger snaps. Well, these were the same exact thing, except they were coated in chocolate. And believe it or not, ginger snap cookies covered in chocolate are really, really good. So, all in all, favorite yum is hands down the Stroopwafels. I really, really like those. Really, really like those. And my worst yum and the weirdest yum, I actually have the same exact yum, and it was the fruit and licorice combined gummies. Number one, they were my worst yum because obviously licorice, disgusting. And they were also the weirdest ones because who would want to pair nasty licorice to orange or lemon or cherry? They should go to jail. It's ridiculous, honestly. And I guess overall, these were really good. And as I continue to say, I would recommend this box. I'm not entirely sure what box is coming this month, but I do believe I should be getting it within the next week. They did have some vote for your upcoming boxes on this card, and the options was Bulgaria, Greece, or Romania. If I had to pick any, I would pick, I guess, I don't know, it's kind of hard because I would be interested in any of them, but maybe Greece or Bulgaria. Romania, any of them, honestly. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you haven't ordered Universal Yums, at least try it for 1 month. If you are like completely unsatisfied, just comment and be like, you are way off, this is terrible. But I don't think you would be disappointed, at least for 1 month's worth. So give it a try and let me see what you think. Have a good day.